So all along, when we thought maybe Blake wanted the rights, I mean, she might end up being the director, right? But in all utter reality, maybe Colleen Hoover did not want to give up her rights to the second film.
I'm honored, and I'm also more honored that because, you know, what we're talking about is so important and so meaningful, that we're able to have this much anticipation, and so many people want to go see it and are talking about it. Like, that's what I'm grateful for.
For one case, we're going to put every single text message, every single document, everything on a website.
Colleen Hoover's world just got flipped upside down, and it's not looking good. Justin Baldoni has officially taken legal action, and let me tell you, this lawsuit is pulling back the curtain on some serious allegations that have fans completely shaken. What exactly happened between these two? And why is Justin suddenly exposing what many are calling Hoover's biggest betrayal yet? Let's break it down. According to insiders close to the situation, Baldoni, who produced the film adaptation of Hoover's best-selling novel It Ends With Us, has filed a lawsuit that could change everything. Details are still unfolding, but early evidence points to a massive fallout between the author and the actor-producer, filled with whispers of deception, broken agreements, and a shocking level of betrayal no one saw coming. This isn't some minor legal dispute. Allegedly, Hoover may have misrepresented key aspects of their partnership, leaving Baldoni cornered and powerless. And now he's not staying quiet. Legal experts are already hinting that his case could include breach of contract and financial damages. If true, Hoover isn't just facing a courtroom fight, she's staring down a career-threatening scandal. For an author whose empire is built on stories of trust, love, and vulnerability, this kind of controversy cuts deep. But it gets even messier. Some insiders claim this lawsuit could drag hidden truths into the spotlight, truths Hoover may have tried to bury. Fans are buzzing with speculation. Was there more happening behind the scenes of It Ends With Us than anyone realized? And here's the bombshell. Did Hoover conspire with Blake Lively to edge Baldoni out of his own project? Yes, you heard that right. Rumors suggest Hoover may have quietly sided with Lively, teaming up to seize creative control while sidelining Baldoni. Sources close to production allege that Hoover and Lively took over key decisions, effectively shutting him out, despite the fact that he wasn't just producing, he was originally set to star in the film. If that's true, the betrayal is staggering. Imagine building a project from the ground up only to be shoved aside by the very author you partnered with. Reports claim Hoover is devastated by the fallout, but others insist she saw it coming. Some even whispered that she tried to resolve things privately before Baldoni went public, but clearly, any backroom deals failed. Now fans are divided. Some fiercely defend Hoover, others are calling her out, while Baldoni is playing it cool and keeping things professional. Behind the scenes, however, sources say he's prepared to fight this battle to the bitter end. So what happens next? Will Hoover step forward to address these explosive claims head-on? Could this lawsuit expose truths that completely shatter her public image? And perhaps the biggest question of all, will It Ends With Us even get a fair chance amid all this chaos? Because right now, the controversy surrounding it is drowning out the story itself. One thing is clear, this is only the beginning. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, new reports suggest the fallout is spreading across Hollywood. Industry insiders are whispering that executives are now hesitant to work with Hoover altogether. What started as a lawsuit is quickly snowballing into a full-blown industry scandal. Rumors are swirling that several publishing houses and production companies are reevaluating their partnerships with her. If Baldoni's case gains traction, the damage to her career could be devastating. Could this really mark the end of her reign as one of the most powerful voices in modern romance literature? Meanwhile, Baldoni doesn't appear to be backing down. He's been spotted in high-profile meetings with top legal teams, and according to sources close to him, he's fully prepared to put everything on the table. If there's more to the story, and signs are pointing that way, Hoover may have a lot more to worry about than just one lawsuit, because once the truth starts spilling out, fans are going to demand answers. The drama is escalating fast. Reputations are on the line, and this battle is only heating up. Stay tuned because this story is nowhere near over.
So you can have a what?
A sequence, like it starts with this.
Oh.
I mean, if Colleen has her rights, I'll go anywhere. I'll follow this woman anywhere.
Y'all heard her.
She sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her and she's like very maternal. And then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
Colleen Hoover's world has officially been thrown into chaos, and the deeper the story goes, the more explosive it gets. Justin Baldoni's lawsuit has already set off shockwaves across publishing, Hollywood, and her massive fan base. And trust me, the drama is only escalating. As the case moves forward, Sources are warning that even more shocking details could surface, and you're going to want to keep your eyes on this one. Insiders now claim that Hoover's legal team is scrambling to craft a response that could completely change the narrative. Some legal experts even suggest she might have grounds for a counterclaim, arguing that she was misled in their original contract negotiations. If Hoover has any evidence to back that up, the case could take a dramatic turn. But let's not forget the fans, the readers who built Hoover's empire. Right now, they're divided like never before. Some are standing by her no matter what, while others are demanding the full truth. Book clubs, online forums, and TikTok are flooded with heated debates and wild theories. Could this lawsuit hurt her book sales? Early predictions say it could go either way. If she stumbles, her reputation may take a massive hit, but if she plays it right, this storm could actually bring her even more attention than ever before. And then there's Hollywood, where money and image mean everything. Studios don't like risk, especially the kind that could tank profits. If Baldoni's lawsuit grows more damaging, executives may decide to back out if it ends with us altogether, leaving the film adaptation in dangerous limbo. Some reports even claim that other actors attached to the project are reconsidering their involvement, worried the controversy could taint their careers. Just when it seemed the chaos couldn't escalate further, another bombshell hit. Whispers began circulating that Justin Baldoni, frustrated with the direction of the film, believed Blake Lively had barely even read the novel. Allegedly leaked texts and emails painted her as disengaged with the source material, and fans exploded with outrage. The rumor mill even suggested that Justin considered legal action over her lack of commitment, though no official lawsuit ever surfaced. Still, the fact that he may have thought about it at all left people asking, what on earth pushed him that far? For years, Justin had been seen as the protector of It Ends With Us, the one dedicated to preserving its raw emotional core of love, resilience, and survival. But if he was even thinking of taking Blake to court, it signaled something had gone terribly wrong behind the scenes. Industry insiders whispered that Justin's fight wasn't about money, it was about protecting the heart of the story. He feared the film was morphing into a hollow, flashy Hollywood product. One focused more on A-list names and box office numbers than the themes that made the novel so powerful. And caught in the middle of this storm was Colleen Hoover herself. Her silence only fueled speculation. She had trusted Justin from day one, believing he would honor her vision. But to fans' shock, it started to look like she was siding with Blake. Lively, instead, the same actress some claimed hadn't even fully engaged with the book. The backlash was swift and brutal. Readers who once adored Hoover suddenly felt betrayed. Was she abandoning the authenticity of her own work for Hollywood glitz and glamour? Was this the ultimate sellout? Then, in the middle of the chaos, Hoover's Instagram vanished without warning. One day her posts were there, the next, everything was gone. That's when the controversy exploded into something even bigger. Fans were left scrambling for answers. Was Colleen retreating from the backlash? Was this a calculated move to silence critics? Or was it a sign she was choosing Hollywood over the readers who had made her a household name? The disappearance of her account turned into a frenzy of speculation. At first, Hoover's loyalty to Justin had seemed unshakable. He was the one promising to protect the book's authenticity. But then, out of nowhere, she publicly shifted her support to Blake even, as Justin insisted the changes being made were gutting the heart of the story. Fans couldn't believe it. Had Colleen really turned her back on Justin, the very person fighting for her vision, to side with a Hollywood starlet accused of barely skimming the novel? Critics pounced. They resurfaced past missteps, like the infamous It Ends With Us coloring book, which many saw as trivializing domestic abuse, used it as evidence that Hoover might have always been out of touch with the deeper themes of her own work. Fans began dissecting every old interview, searching for any sign of how she really felt about Blake's influence. Was she genuinely aligned with Blake, or just trapped in a machine too big to escape? And then came the silence. Hoover's total social media blackout sent the internet spiraling. Twitter and TikTok lit up overnight. Hashtag trending worldwide. Hashtag Team Justin. Hashtag Team Blake. Hashtag cancel Colleen. For a woman whose career was built on intimacy with her readers, the silence was deafening. Fans who had once hung on her every word were left stunned, asking whether she had truly abandoned them at the peak of the controversy. So here's the million-dollar question. Did Colleen Hoover, the queen of emotional storytelling, just sacrifice the soul of her most beloved novel? Or is there something bigger happening behind the scenes that we haven't uncovered yet? One thing's for certain, this drama is far from over.
Based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles.
He was, you know, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, you know, if I lost you and I, you know, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can